Now let's talk about quantum energy as it relates to generational trauma. As Afghan Americans, we come from a culture that's filled with so much beauty, so much strength, so much history, but also a lot of pain and trauma. If we don't heal it, those feelings all too often can turn into other things like jealousy, competition, negativity. It drains our energy and it divides us. As an Afghan American who's lived in the United States for over 40 years, I've seen this pattern a lot in my life. Amazing, talented Afghans with so much potential, so much room for growth. Instead of supporting each other, there's comparisons, there's tearing each other down, criticize you, try to bring you back to whatever level they think you should be, and gossip. It's not because we're bad people. We're always in survival energy. Our parents and grandparents, they've lived through a lot of displacement, uncertainty, and fear. And our land sits on so much history, thousands of years of history. Empires and rulers and kingdoms have come through. They all want this piece of land. There's something special about it. Our ancestors, they went through a lot of trauma, a lot of war, a lot of division, a lot of starting over. There's been beautiful things too. I feel like sometimes we get caught up in focusing on the war aspect of our land, but not in the art, in the culture, in the music, in the poetry, in the textiles. So we don't always have to live on this notion that we identify ourselves with war, displacement, loss, fear, because what it's doing to us, it's putting us in survival mode. When we're in survival mode, we start believing that we don't have enough. There's not enough to go around. There's not enough seats at the table. There's not enough chairs at the top. There's not enough opportunity, not enough love, not enough success. You just start feeling like it's not enough. And then when you see someone you know, someone that's around you, work their way up and succeed, I feel like many people in our community, instead of feeling happy, feel threatened. Now, I'm not saying this is just in the Afghan American community. I'm sure this happens in a lot of other immigrant communities. If you're watching and you're not Afghan American and you come from another immigrant community, comment what your thoughts are, what your community is like. Is it the same way? And I'm just speaking from my experience, my lens, my opinion. This may not be true for everyone. It's just what I've seen and been through. So how do we stop this generational pain and trauma that manifests itself into this energy, quantum energy? It's energy that we manifest, our thoughts and our feelings. If we're positive, we'll attract positive. If we're negative, we may attract negative. I think we can change this generational trauma. I see the younger generation. You guys are a lot more positive than my generation. Growing up in the 80s here in America, in the 90s, I feel like we didn't have the resources that I see refugees have now. Another thing that my generation went through was, for girls, it was very strict, at least in my community. We were on lockdown. So it was really hard. That's a topic for another video, but I feel like my generation went through a lot of traumas that were not solved. They weren't talked about. We didn't get therapy. If you got therapy, people thought you were crazy. If you were depressed, people called you dewana. It wasn't like today where mental health is talked about. No, we never talked about it. How we can change it. Can we change it? Can we become the generations that break this cycle? Can we see another Afghan succeeding and be happy inside? Really happy. I mean, the type of happiness where we're sending well wishes from our heart and our mind towards them. Because healing is a choice. It's a choice we make. We can wake up in the morning and choose to become positive. I've had to work on that. Again, I grew up in a very kind of negative, toxic community where anyone who wanted to break outside the mold was looked down on, was criticized, was made fun of. I went through that. I went through depression as a result for many, many years. It took a lot of working on my mental strength, my emotional strength, spiritual strength that helped me follow my goals, my dreams, my passions. It was not easy, and that's another story as well. But I feel like healing is a choice, being positive is a choice, wishing others well is a choice, who we hang out with, who our friends are, so important. You don't want to be around toxic people. So how do we protect ourselves from negative, toxic, jealous energy that you may feel is around you? I'm going to give you tips and tricks in these videos that I've learned. They've worked for me. They may not work for you. And I have to say, if you have some sort of preconceived notion about Islam, about Muslims, if you're not open-minded and you don't watch these videos with an open heart, I ask you to scroll along. I'm not going to tolerate Islamophobia. I'm not going to tolerate negative comments about different Afghans and whatnot. If you say really bad things about Islam, our Prophet, peace be upon him, any of that, I'm just not going to allow it. You will be blocked. So keep that in mind. This has worked for me. It's taken many years, and some days I have days where I might not be doing this, but I feel like when I do, it helps me, and I'm hoping it will help you. Start your day and throughout the day with a remembrance of Creator. I call Creator Allah, the One, the Sustainer, the most merciful. That's what I will be calling Source. I know in this new age world we call God Source or the universe. No, I'm going to be calling Allah, Allah, God, Allah. You start the morning with remembrance of your Creator. That's in the form of dhikr or zikr, and that's remembrance of Allah. We're all energy forms, so whatever you speak and put out has a vibrational frequency. So when you perform dhikr or zikr and you say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar, and you do that throughout the day and you do your prayers, you're inviting not only positive energy around you, you're putting a shield around you. Another tip is praying. Praying is a way to center yourself, quiet out the noise that's out there right now on social media and the news. It's really dark. Some people might meditate. You might have other ways that you stay silent and you do your quiet time. Whatever you choose to do, you do you. Again, I'm just sharing what I believe works and what has worked for me. And it's just medicine for your soul every day. It does make you feel better. When you feel disarray and you feel negative and you feel helpless and sad, take the time, sit down, do your remembrance, and it just makes things feel like we have a bigger purpose on this earth. We're not here just to be slaves to corporations or banks. We have a bigger purpose. What is your bigger purpose? Sometimes it's hard to figure out what that is when you're struggling to pay your rent or pay bills or you have other struggles in your life. Sometimes it's easy to think, God, why me? We're living in a system, we're in a dimension right now. Within this limited time and space, we can choose to do good deeds, we can choose to be positive, we can choose to push through struggles and challenges in a way that where we can grow from it, or we can be negative and we can be toxic and we can be jealous and we could just sit around and say, oh, look at that person, they're succeeding, why not me? Or that person got married, that person has that car, that person has this job. When you think that way, you won't reach your goals and dreams because you're energetically holding yourself back and making yourself small. I think we should try, at least make the effort. If you know you're trying, that's all you can do in life is try. You try at school, you try in your business, you try at work, you try in your family. And if you've tried and it doesn't work, then you do just release that negative energy instead of dwelling on it. Oh, I've done that too. I've dwelled on some things, very hurtful things in my life. And I'm telling you, no amount of tears that I cried changed things. When I wiped the tears away and I took a deep breath and I decided, I'm going to make things happen because I deserve to have kindness and love and success in my life, because I know our Creator loves me. I know that because I'm worthy of that. And you are worthy of that too. And you have to start putting in your heart that our Creator, Allah, is the most compassionate, the most merciful, the most giving. Gave us so many nice things. Whether you want to see them or not, that's up to you. But we have so many great things to be grateful for. We just need to radiate at a higher level. energetically as a community. And I do think that that's going to help us support each other in a better way. Elevating our energy is a foundation of growth. It's going to help us in our personal life, in our family life, and if you're trying to run a business or start an idea, it will help you get to that next level of I believe in myself, I can do this. And the steps that you need to make a business or your job successful, it takes work, it takes energy. And if you're living in negative energy, I don't think you'll get to the next level, because when your soul is aligned, your purpose becomes clear. And we all need purpose in this temporary dunya dimension. When you have purpose and it's positive, that's when paths start opening up for you. When your energy is positive, you're going to naturally attract those things in your life. At least I think so. And I hope this video can touch upon a topic that's not really talked about, and maybe we can take the steps as a community towards more positivity and more healing. Like and follow for more.